everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Raiders going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bortles to throw on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Aldon Smith had an absolute off-the-charts rookie season and continues to be one of the best playmakers at outside linebacker.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hearns. And he's brought down after a good gain. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, We're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it up and through. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A man who missed his entire rookie season, Dante Fowler, coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down, and there's a flag on the play. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jared Odrick is fast becoming one of the best anchor defensive ends in the NFL.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He'll field this at the 5. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The former Jaguar, Reggie Nelson, in on the stop. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Bortles to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Jones. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. Open man is Holmes. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. To throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And Janikowski pushes this one to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it?
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet. As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 18. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Yeldon, the lone running back. He'll get the football here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now Carr again. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr now on 1st down. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Bortles going to give to Yeldon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. Uses the stiff arm. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Yeldon, the lone running back. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Murray the lone setback. On first down, Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, look, they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. That they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Here's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They begin with a run by Yeldon. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Bortles will give to Yeldon. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama. Then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now T.J. Yeldon, and he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Green's got it over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
This is Yeldon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Looking for someone to throw to. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And Robinson with a big catch. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now Carr, complete to Gilmore over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
They was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Bortles. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The former 49er, Aldon Smith, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Time for a break. 18 yards there and a first down. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Yeldon, the lone running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's no different than any other player in the league. He's always looking for respect from his peers. I think when you make all-pro at 2 different positions, you get big respect.
First guy ever to do that, by the way, and 2nd in the league behind J.J. Watt. 23 tackles for loss last year. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Caught left side, Gilmore. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Halfback sent in motion. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. On the counter, it's Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Well, I don't know that we saw a blowout loss coming of this magnitude. Boy, they've got to be shaking their heads in the locker room.
Not only are they shaking their heads, the head coach looked absolutely furious leaving the field. I'm not sure this will be the best week of work for his team next week.
So for the Jaguars, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss drops them back to 4 and 3 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
I bet you thought that I would.